Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host today, Lipstickpaddy, and today we're looking at Viscounts of the West Kingdom. Yeah, it's our old pal, Shem Phillip is back again. Woohoo! With the third of the trilogy of the West Kingdom. Oh, it's so exciting, but let's quickly go into our intro. A king losing favor amongst his people. A population growing hungry and poor. Talk of a rebellion is on the grapevine. So it's time to take action. Fill your purse with coin, and in the name of the king, increase favor with the people by building, hiring, transcribing, and trading. The question is, who will be the most favored Viscount, so they will reap the most reward from the crown? Of course, it's GARPHILL Games back again with a unique art style and beautiful art across the board. Can't wait to see what the Kickstarter is like, so let's go to the Kickstarter right after this. The next social stretch goal on KiS 102.4 is the 250 subscriber. Subscribe today and unlock new music that will change the music in all the videos in the future. You could be part of the evolution. Alright, Viscounts of the West Kingdom and Tomb Saga. Very exciting expansion, which we'll look at down below. Now this says back this project, it might as well say pre-order, because there is 0 Kickstarter exclusives for this game, and really there should be. We are coming here back in this for you. We should be getting something for that. Well, we do have something, don't we? We don't have Renegade on the box. We've got a GARPHILL Games only on the box. That tells you it's Kickstarter. UV logo here would be much appreciated. I'm sure contact your box company and ask for UV printing on this box. They would say, oh yeah, it only costs blah blah. And you could certainly do it. If everybody else is doing it, why not you? An example is a last bottle of rum Kickstarter at the minute. They've just unlocked UV spotting on the box, and they've got totally less than you've made. They've just gone over 1,000 backers and they can afford UV spotting on the box. Why can't you do it? You will be judged against your competition. Not only that, it gets worse, and I'll speak about this down below. Now look at this on the table! Oh, it looks so good! This rondel where you can go left or right. Super innovative. Center in the middle. Look at this castle. Oh, looks totally amazing as it pops on the table. These boards here. I'll come to them in a minute. Not happy about them. Pledge level. Now, they are saying in the comments, you can buy it in retail. Well, if you're thinking about that, check the delivery price out here. It's super fantastic, the delivery price. You're not going to beat this at retail, potentially. So factor that in if you're thinking about getting it. And if you look at the other games in the trilogy, are you getting them less than $50 at retail? That into your thinking, you know. But for me, if I'm buying it from Mexico, I'm going to have to kickstart it because it is cheaper on the Kickstarter. There is this little bit of controversy here. It says, please read before backing. You can purchase this at Gen Con 2020. You are not going to get this until December 2020 at the earliest. Now, I'm not too concerned because they are letting you know this here, but I would like it to say we will not put this to retail until everyone's delivered. Until every backer has the game, we are not going to put it to retail, because it says it won't be available in retail till much later, but I prefer if it just came out and said until it got delivered for everybody. So there we go, there is this whole Gen Con thing. Oh, look at this art, it looks great! Look at this snooty woman here. She even got like a head circlet on it there, look at this. Super rich. All this jewellery. She looks like the mayor, but no, she's a Viscount. Oh, a family. Very expensive family. This guy here looks like a knight. Look at his neck. He is buff. He looks like a 2-meter knight. That would be a longbowman in the British Army. Did they have a British Army back then? I don't think so. The English Army, 980. How do you say that? If we say 1980, do we say 980 AD? 980 AD? Okay. Now you can see here the conspirator. Oh, she's like posh as well, this conspirator, and she's a criminal. So she's definitely against the king, this one. Possibly not from the country if she's conspiring. And you can see at the back here, she's in like a smuggler's cave, and they've kind of put this on all the criminals, this background. Not too happy about that. You can see most of the other cards have a unique background, but all the criminals are in the smuggler's cave. The antagonist here, look at her. Look at her hairstyle. You don't see that in today's world, do you? The women that completely put the hair back like that. It looks great. It does look good. The labourer here, he looks really miserable, doesn't he? And the squire. Yes. Now, there is a boatload of cards. 200 cards, says down here. And why don't you show all of them that you have? Just wow us. We come down and look at all the art. Wow, look at this. Quick, where's the pledge button? Backing it? No. Okay. Now, these player boards all look the same. Now, it would be really nice. You have 10 unique hero characters, right? To have a board at the side here which had the hero's family on it, and then this colour in the middle that goes to that family. You could turn these boards over to have a different colour to match it and have a bit of asynchronous with your characters. That's it. Make it more asynchronous. Make the boards less generic for everybody and tie it to the family colour of the Viscount. Surely each Viscount has a unique ability. They're not all the same Viscounts. One is probably totally good at scribing things. One's totally good at marketing. One's probably better at building because that's the history of the family. So why not do it? And put it in the art as well. Make the boards to the family. You could totally turn the boards over like you had in Circadian's First Light. Boards turned over for different player sets. Player counts. Now we'll look at the rulebooks when we get further down. Let's keep going down. These main boards look fabulous, don't they? It would be nice if they were dual, you know, two sides to them. We have the nice summer side, pops on the table. How about a winter side? Real difficult mode. Food is less supply. The poor on the streets are suffering. Yeah, a winter hard mode would be quite nice to see. That could totally be A stretch goal. I know you don't like stretch goals. But why not? Why not? Here's the 3D castle. Up here, look. It looks like they have a prototype, doesn't it? It looks like they have it up here. Why they... And it looks great. Why are you using this poo-poo castle tile here? Now let's look at these components here. Now if you're against stretch goals, why not have screen printed Meeples? Okay, why is that so difficult? Have it as an add-on if you don't want to stretch goal it. Because, whether you want to call it laziness, complacency, the Elon Musk philosophy, if you are not going to do it, I am going to do it. This is why this channel exists, Kickstarter Radio 102.4. Because there's no one on YouTube covering Kickstarters like we are. That's why we exist. Because no one else was doing it, so we are doing it. If you're not going to pimp out your game, someone else is going to do it, and they've done it. Let's roll to the competition right now. Welcome! The Deluxe painted Meeples for Raiders, Architects and Viscounts. This is what your add-on should look like, and you're totally letting the competition come and do it for you. This is outrageous. This should be part of your campaign. Oh man, they are painted just like the art style as well. It looks so good. I'm just blasting down here. I want to get to the Viscount stuff. Here it is, look. $8. $8 for your Viscounts. That's how much the add-on would have cost. Imagine if this was an add-on for your Kickstarter page. Almost 100% of backers would have got this. And this page are doing it for $8. Look at this. They're even doing the full 80-piece set of painted worker Meeples. Ooh, very expensive. But if people want to pay this, they'll pay it. This is what Kickstarter's about, where miracles happen all the time, GARPHILL games. You just put it as an add-on. It hugely raises your campaign funds. Totally. Then more retailers will take stock of this, that you're making so much, you got so much money from the Kickstarter, and they will back your game at retail. Alright, this link for this special Meeple set, I will put it in the description below. Let's go back to the Kickstarter page. Just coming back here, and you've got these 80 workers and 4 Viscounts that could be painted. Told you, if you're not going to do it, someone else is going to do it. They're going to profit from your complacency. Again, look at all these cards that you could be showing the art. So when I see some unique art, I'm going to look at it. Look at this scoundrel here. She looks very innocent. How young is she? And she's a criminal. She looks like she can break into people's houses here. She's got a little hammer and tools. The Merovec. How do you say his name? Where are you from? Type of builder. Journeyman here. Out in the circus, it looks like. Lots of iconography. And please bring in reference card for players, not just the AI, for players. All this iconography is a headache. Can you pass me that rule book? I want to look. I want to have a look too. So yes, absolutely needed. card sleeves. If you sleeve your cards, will it fit in the box? Yes. A lot more room than you had previously in the other boxes. This has been confirmed in the comments. So, whew, we can relax, use sleevers. I'm a sleever myself. Sleeves rock! Lots of playthroughs here to convince you that it's worth buying. If you still need convincing, my friend who has all of these, and he's already kickstarting this, which is why I'm not kickstarting it. You know, there's no reason for two friends to kickstart the same campaign. I'm Circadian's First Light campaigner, and he is doing all of the other the Shem Philip stuff. So now you'll notice here, Tomb Saga is in a tiny box. Doesn't fit in the main box, of course it doesn't. And one of the great innovations of the Tomb Saga is it allows you to play cooperative against a difficult AI, the Overlord, in all the trilogy. Also, if you're a solo player, you can totally go against a tough AI. Of course, you'll have to play two players to do it, but you've got extra modes with this. That isn't even talking about the trilogy type of game they're going, where you're actually collecting tombs as you go through the 3 games in the saga. That isn't too interesting for me to do that, but the co-op bit would make it insta-buy for me anyway, the co-op scenario. Alright, 2 rule books now we're going to look at. Let's briefly look at these. Alright, here we go in the rulebook. Boom! Okay, it's going to show you all the components first. How useful is that? And now you set up, and what are they doing here? Look, half of the board! Can you not show us the full setup on the table? Circadian's First Light has a beautiful picture in the book showing you the full setup on the table. Here, no. I'm assuming this is in beta, so that definitely needs to be addressed, just to show what it looks like with all the cards. And also, some of these could be labelled. I'll get to that in a minute. My example's on the next page. So it says here, number 10, on top of the poverty card, place a number of debt cards. Now at the bottom here is the debt, is the poverty card, but where's that on the table? If you have a picture of the table here and you have a big number 10, I can see where I'm putting my poverty cards. It's not obvious how to set up on the table. So think about that. Think about putting the big picture of what it looks like on the table and putting the numbers of the setup where the setup is happening in that location, just to make it crystal clear. There's 2 cards up here we don't see on the campaign page. Like I said, there's more art though you could be showing off on the Kickstarter page. Look at this Traveller. It'd be interesting if the Traveller was Muslim looking, because the next trilogy is going south. It's going down into maybe Africa, Saracens, the Muslims. It's going south. It would be so nice if you had a Traveller from the South trilogy in the game, wouldn't it? So that would be a nice little advert. If you are fully part of the trilogy, please come and look at this rulebook and get in at the comments for feedback. It'd be so much appreciated to the team if you did it. So yeah, I'm just giving superlative ones out here that I'm just noticing coming through. Look at that art, the colour, the aqua water. Looks so good. Oh, look at the woodcutter! I like the unisex roles in the game. you know, if you bumped into this woman here, she'd turn around with a fist in the air. We're bumping into! Like, calm down, lady. Oh. Super strong. There was no feminist movement back then. Everyone was getting their hands dirty. Alright. Oh, look at this guy with the big beard. You don't see him on the Kickstarter page. Who are you? Looks like he broke his nose. Probably bumped into the woodcutter. You don't mess with her. So yeah, the river does take... It is a gameplay mechanic around the river here. And very, very cool. It's not just for art's sake. The mason up here, we don't see him on the Kickstarter page. Put this art on the Kickstarter page. You've got this image here of this castle. Put your prototype castle picture in here. This just looks abstract. And it's looking very much text heavy. So yeah, potentially have more pictures here, more art. And if you had a QR code that linked to a Facebook page, sorry, a YouTube page with a Let's Play from Shem Phillips himself, how to play the game, that'd be like, whoa, how special is that? That'd be cool to have. This one down here of, I can't even read, that's so small. Racketeer, looks like Sam Healy, formerly of the Dice Tower, now a criminal, working at Mythic. It does look like him, doesn't it? Very cool. There's a diplomat down here and a peddler. Why does the peddler look like he's got a fur coat and he's pretty rich? A peddler should be selling bits and bobs to you, not be rich himself. And a beautiful thief here, again using that background art of the smuggler's cave, which is used too much for the criminals. Now, we're coming to the end of this book, and I've got two suggestions. One, your playtesters, if they've got any questions that they keep asking, put it as an FAQ at the end of the book. And second, an index is massively needed. This is a 32-page book here. Put an index at the back, please. This Kickstarter channel has only been open for just over 3.5 weeks, and I look at all rulebooks if available, and there's only been one with an index at the back. So please step up to the plate. It's 2020. Put an index. Now here's the Tomb Saga, and you can see the small book here. This is referencing the size of the box. More pages in here than Viscounts, but it is covering Architects, Paladins, and Viscounts here in the whole setup. Totally good. There's not much to say here other than that you should go in here and have a read. Anything not clear, put it in the description. Keep commenting. Remember, this game is not finished yet, and you can certainly help the rulebook if you've got problems with it. So do come in here. Do love this picture of the Overlord. Look at him, he's been through wars, isn't he? And there we go, FAQ at the back again, and an index. There we go. Please take the time if you want to help the studio and help all the backers to go through here and start making some actual constructive criticism, how they can improve this rulebook, because it's looking very text heavy at the minute. Look at that, text heavy. So yeah, there's something to bear in mind. Let's go back to the Kickstarter page. Now you have a co-op variant playthrough here from Shem, and if you're on the fence, certainly look at it. It's the most interesting thing for me, and why I definitely would recommend Tomb Saga. Components that you get with it are all here, and you get a lot of extra stuff. It's definitely worth the price. Look at this chick here with a giant bosom creeping out. It was all part of wearing corsets back then, and a lot of these women are very burly, aren't they? Look at Judith here, holding her stomach like she just drank a big glass of beer, and she's gonna burp, getting her hand ready to cover her mouth. Bleh! Probably. The swindler here, look, he's just opening his jacket here to sell you something. Very cool. What is he selling anyway, these two red things? Interesting. Hugo here, look at this guy, member of the church, it looks like. Criminal! Times have not changed, we still have criminals in the church, gotta root them out! And look here, we've got another, it looks like a knight, but he's actually a builder. The Samson here, massive guy, looks like he could be in the circus, lifting up heavy weights. And Wallerick here, giant belly, walking past the poor on the streets. And Gisela, love this look of this character. Yep, that was another circlet round her head. She's part of the super rich, beautiful fur coat. Maybe this thing around her neck, the necklace, is what the swindler is selling here in his coat. Lorena here, another burly lady. And just a quick mention of Caroline here, the nun. Wearing green, a nun wearing green. Not seen a nun wearing green. Do get a lot of cards in Tomb Saga, so beware of that. Sleevers. Why is the moneylender dressed like a peasant, and why is the financier also wearing peasant outfits? That doesn't make sense to me. And why is the debt collector a criminal? That's his job, that's not criminal. Anyhow. This looks like the princess here. Not seen what the king looks like. Something to mention here, there's a little bit of controversy in the comments about the scribe pledge giving coins when people say, I don't want coins. You only need one set of coins for the trilogy, so if you got any of the boxes previously with coins, you don't need these, so why does the scribe pledge, why is it there? All you need to do is add 28 New Zealand on your pledge of Viscount, and you're good as gold. I don't know why there wasn't a pledge for Viscount plus Tomb Saga, but there wasn't, so you have to add it in yourself at the top. There is an amazing King pledge for people like me that have not bought any of it, although if you have a friend, not to worry. Now, add-ons that I would love to see here are sleeves, because you're mentioning sleeves up there here, but you're not offering them as a price. And in Mexico, it's very expensive to buy sleeves. The shipping alone on just to get sleeves is outrageous, and just to put these in your box, sending it out, would be much appreciated. If any Kickstarters I pledge offer sleeves, I always buy them. Simple as that, and it's very courteous and very honourable if Kickstarters do that. It would be fabulous if you did update and say you're offering sleeves. There's certainly time left for that. Yeah, gotta look at the thief here. Very cool character. Here's Sam Healy. Well, I can call him Sam Healy, but yeah, the racketeer, criminal. And again, the Traveller could have been a link to your next trilogy, which is based in the south. Oh, look at the charlatan. So much good art here. put all these cards in one place and really show off and wow people when they come here. And who's this one here? Painter. Look at a green hand. I'd like to see what she was painting. And this guy on the right here, he's got like a hand of blood. I don't know, is that from previous games? I have no idea. And I love this architect here. She looks like she's doing a part-time course in, I don't know, some kind of martial art. These women all look like they could really slap you around. No messing. No messing whatsoever. Yeah, so super cool. Would love to see all the art. Sleeve add-on, please. UV lettering here. And also think about screen printed minis as an add-on, because there's a competition now. You've got people doing it, profiting from this lack of realization what people want. There you go. German pledges, you have to get it at retail. Go into the FAQ for that. You need to be aware of that, and there is that. But yeah, Viscounts of the West Kingdom, totally amazing game. Could be better with a few additions like the player boards. Asynchronous boards would be much appreciated, and my dream would be if you could turn these board over, the rondel over to a winter mode and just have an alternative rule set. Would be great. So there we go, Viscounts of the West Kingdom, totally recommend it. Looks amazing. I actually can't wait to play it when my friend gets it. So there is that. This is Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm Lipstickpaddy. You take care and stay safe. Bye bye for now.